almost didn't come today. We're at the gym, by the way, and it's Friday. The on-ramp to the freeway that I take here was closed. And I almost just said, you know what? Let's go home and go back to bed. But we didn't do that. We're here. We're waiting for the gym to open. It is exactly 1 month out from the half marathon that I'm training for. I am doing the Venice Beach half marathon next month. So this week is our peak week. We're doing our longest runs of the training block. So I'm going to take y'all along. Today we're lifting. We're actually not running. But this weekend is our longest run of the training block. We're going to do 14 miles on Sunday. And something I like to do for my really long training runs when I'm training for a half marathon or a marathon, pretty much doing anything over 13 miles, is I like to make the run feel more like a trip than a loop. So on Sunday, we're going to be running from where I live in Boyle Heights to Santa Monica. So if you're not familiar with LA, we are pretty much going to be running across the city. I'm excited to take you guys along with me for my big run. We're also going to go on just my regular tempo run tomorrow. And I'm going to show y'all a bit about how I prep for my longer runs. And it should be a good time. But it looks like the gym is almost open. So let's go get in and get it done and get on. It's early. What's that? We got 6.5 miles to do. I wanted to choose bad. I really did. But let's go. Smells like something's burning over here, which can't be great for my lungs. But solid run, did a little tempo speed work. Technically I was doing a fartlek where you go sort of like a faster pace for a certain amount of time or distance, and then like a slower pace, and you keep switching back and forth. It's something I used to do a lot when I played field hockey and conditioning. And I remember my coach, she was actually in the Olympics, she played on the USA team. She would run the fartleks with us. So all these years later, I can still like hear in my head her blowing the whistle when she was running with us on the field. It's just like drilled into my brain. Even though I'm out on the road, there's no whistles, no fields, just me. But beautiful morning, clear sunrise, because I know we're about to get into May gray and June gloom, where seeing a nice clear sunrise might be a bit of a rarity. I love running super early, even though people call me insane for it, but you see like every type of person, right? Like people going to work, coming home from work, people still out at the party or wrapping up their night out, which is my favorite because we both kind of like look at each other like we're nuts. I have a full Saturday, gotta pick up the groceries, taking my daughter to a birthday party, and we're also gonna prep for my long run to the beach tomorrow. So that should be a good time. I'm a little nervous about my dinner tonight because the birthday party we're going to starts at 3, but that is like peak eating time. So we'll see if I eat there, if I eat when I get home. Kind of a lose-lose for me either way, because I'm either going to be eating something that I don't typically eat before a long run, or I'm going to be eating something I usually do before a long run, just later than I'd like. So I guess we'll play that by ear and see how the rest of the day goes. Just before noon right now, so we are finishing up bath time, wrapping a birthday gift for the birthday party, and getting ready to head out in a couple hours. So I'm going to start to prep for the long run tomorrow, so I don't have to do all of that when I get home. So I'm hoping to get my clothes laid out, get my like pre-workout, creatine, all that set up. Still not sure what I'm gonna do about the dinner situation, so that is gonna be fun tomorrow. But I have already mapped out potential bathroom stops in case that is needed. I am excited to do 14 miles, if I'm being honest. It's been a while since I've done anything more than 12, and that like 14, 15 mile mark is kind of a nice distance. If you're new to running, that's gonna sound absolutely insane that someone would say, oh my god, running 14, 15 miles is fun. But that's runner math. So, you know, if you're watching this and you're getting into running, I really want to encourage you to just keep going, because it sucks. Even as somebody who was in sports early and running has been a big part of my life, when I got back into it after having my daughter, I was going through, you know, the moments of, you know, just restarting a habit, right? And I remember it felt really hard. I had a C-section too, which I think was a factor in just getting back into my physical habits and running and moving my body. In those first few months, honestly, like year even, was a lot of like jogging, a lot of just, you know, frustration that I wasn't where I used to be. And it's kind of one of those things, like, you gotta just stick with it for the crappy period, for the payoff of when it starts to feel more fun, and trust that if you just show up consistently, even when it feels hard, that it will eventually like get easier. And then there'll be that day where you go out on a run, and you do the whole thing. Like it's gonna come up on you. Like, I remember that moment for me. You just go out on the run, and it's that first day where, even if it's a couple miles, like 1 mile even, right, where you do the whole thing without needing to stop, without needing to walk, you get your breath under control, and you're like, damn, this is it, like I did it. And then from there, right, even if it is 1 mile, even if it is 2 miles, then it sounds so corny, but then anything is possible. You know, if you can do that, then you can keep going. And that's on runner's math. These type of runs, I like to do more of a straight shot rather than a loop, because it feels like a trip. It feels like a fun, cute little adventure that I'm taking. So I have planned out my route. We're going to be going down Wilshire Boulevard for the majority of the run, which is going to be really cool because I'm going to get to show you a lot of cool landmarks in the city. It's a really fun way to just kind of see, like, not the entirety, but like low-key the entirety of LA. Like, we're going from the east side all the way to the beach. We're going to finish like right at the water. It's going to be really fun. And then we're going to stop and get some coffee afterwards, because is it long run Sunday if there's not a nice little treat? Don't panic. My closet's a little overwhelming, I know. But we're picking out what we're going to wear tomorrow for our long run. I'm very neurotic about how I keep my running clothes, so I kind of have it in a system that really doesn't seem to make much sense to anybody except me. But anyway, when it comes to picking clothes for a long run, you kind of got to go through trial and error, and when you find what works, you have to stick to it. There are certain clothes that I can really only wear for, let's say, runs under 10 miles, or even like, I would say like under 6 miles, right? There's certain shorts where they're fine, they're okay, but they got a limit, right? And typically if I'm doing anything over like 10 to 12, that's when I got to bring out the real deal. I need stuff that is not going to move. I have a lot of sensory issues, and chafing is real, right? Leggings. Let's see. What do we have? We got some shorts here and this little bra top. Both are from Bandit. I am a Bandit baddie, okay? I will die on that hill. I swear by these shorts. What, honey? At the very least, I know I've worn Bandit bottoms for every full marathon that I've done and every half marathon I've done in the past 2 years. They are worth your coins, I think, especially if you are somebody with a lot of sensory issues and you need your stuff to just be in place, not move, don't have to think about it. They have like a ton of pockets, and what I really like, at least with their shorts, is they have this, I don't know if you can see it, but well, it's black, it might be kind of hard, maybe with the light. There we go. It has this little band at the bottom of the shorts, so they literally don't move, and you have a ton of pockets and stuff to fit your phone. Like, so this top, you have pockets here, you have pockets on the other side for like your gels and stuff, and then like this big back pocket for your phone if you want to use it. And plus it's cute. Like, I really like the checkered look. So our white socks. Let's go with the white ones. And then On Cloud socks. I got these for free at an event, but I actually really like them, so I would purchase them. Since we're gonna be running across town, I'm gonna bring out my vest, which I haven't used since the marathon. I actually bought it new for the marathon, so this is really, So I bought this at the Race Expo for the Long Beach Marathon this past October, and I broke that golden rule of like, don't try anything new for race day. And what do? I go to the expo and I buy a new vest and wear it on race day. But this one's really good, and I really love this one. So this one is going to hold my water bladder, which is in the living room. I need to fill up and put my fuel in there, which I'll show you. A couple gels, but it also has a lot of pockets, so I'll be able to carry my phone, keys, some of my camera gear in here. And the most important thing is room for snacks. We're working on on fuel now. So typically before a long run, or any run really, as I was saying, I like to have everything prepped beforehand. So this just makes it super easy, like fuel included, and we're doing a bit extra, obviously, since we have the long run tomorrow. So I am mixing, I'm out of pre-workout, and I'm not really trying to like stay on pre-workout. I feel like it's probably not good for you to wake up and have that much caffeine, but I do still have some energy, little ASMR, energy liquid IVs. I don't really love this flavor, but liquid IV is expensive, so we're not going to let it go to waste. So we're going to mix that with some creatine. Shake that up. I've been bad. I've been doing long runs. I haven't been fueling. And I know that can't really be what the deal is on race day. So,
Mommy.
Yes.
Love you.
I love you too. Drink my fuel. I have a hard time really eating and running. It is what it is. So the gels I'm packing is really what I have. I have this, what is it? BPN. This is the mixed berry. So if I'm balling on a budget, I usually go with this one. I used to use the GU. And here's the thing about GU. They have some really good flavors. I love the chocolate fudge one and the strawberry banana, but they're thick. And they worked really well when I was training in the winter, so I was having them cold. They were horrible, and I wanted to throw up on race day when it was very hot and the gels themselves got hot. So I think most gels, like I'll usually put this in the fridge so it's cool when I go out in the morning. This one does not make me want to vom as bad as the GU, so I've stuck to these. If I got money, I do. So if I do have the coins or like a nice little discount code, I will be getting these ones. So worth the coins if you have it. If you have it, and if you have sensory issues like I do, I think these are worth it. You by no means need to spend this kind of money on fuel at all. And you might be saying, Christine, 2 gels is not enough fuel for 14 miles. You're right, it's not. I'm going to be drinking the rest of my fuel, and I swear by tailwinds.
You can walk
Yes, we're gonna walk.
with Mommy.
Yes. I love about this Tailwinds powder is it does dissolve really easily. So you can just put it in your water bottle and just shake it up, and you don't have to worry about it tasting all like grainy and weird. Good morning. It's Sunday. Wow. Yeah. It's Long Run Sunday. That birthday party took a lot out of me, but we're still here, and we are gonna run from Boyle Heights to the beach. So let's get started on this journey. We're about 4 miles in. I'm gonna stop to take my first gel right now. We're in Silver Lake, so we got about 10 miles left to go. Ooh, I'm gonna have the other one. So. Are running through MacArthur Park right now. We just made the turn onto Wilshire, so we're pretty much going to be running on Wilshire for the rest of the run. So straightforward, easy route. We have just under 8 miles left to go, and I fear we may actually hit 14 miles before we hit the beach. 8 miles in, and we're on gel number 2. Cheers. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have about 6 miles left. So I'm curious to see where on Wilshire we will be in 6 miles. All right, we are on Wilshire and La Brea. So if you know, you know, but when you cross over La Brea, we are officially on the west side. So about 4 miles left. I'm starting to suspect if this is going to be a run to the beach, we will be going further than 14 miles. Oh, turns out I accidentally told a mistruth. We are now almost in Beverly Hills. I got a little ahead of myself seeing the Beverly Hills BMW dealership, and we were indeed still a Miracle Mile. We have 3.2 miles left. We're passing Lakma right now, and I fear this is going to be longer than come run 14 miles with me, but it's all good. We're gonna keep going. We just passed Rodeo, and I grossly miscalculated my route. We have half a mile left until 14 miles, but if we want to make it to the beach, we gotta go another 6. So what are we gonna do? I'm gonna try to go the extra 6. So instead of 14 miles, we're probably gonna do about 20. Will I regret this? I don't know. I officially just crossed city lines into Santa Monica, and we are at mile 18.3 of what was originally supposed to be just 14 miles. But I said we were gonna run to the beach, and damn it, I'm making it to the beach. If I'm giving an honest read of the run, I don't feel great anymore, but I could feel a lot worse. So I think just okay. I'm afraid I might have chafed on my back, just like I did in the marathon, but I've tightened my vest. It's not really bothering me too much. I'm just a little nervous for when we take things off. So it shouldn't be that much longer for me to get to the water, and I can go into the gym, use the restroom, get a snack. Although I think we're gonna pass Erewhon, so it's highly likely I will get some coffee cake. Didn't have the coffee cake, but we got the chocolate cake. So I'm gonna try to store it for what's probably like another half mile. And hopefully my back isn't too crazy and this won't be too painful experience. Okay, it's a little worse than I thought, but we're okay. I did get some cake, chocolate cake, not the coffee cake like I wanted. They were either sold out or that Erewhon just wasn't making it, didn't have it in stock today. Huge pro of this vest is the cake does indeed fit in the back. Huge con, I chafed. I am actively bleeding, which we'll deal with when we deal with it. I'm almost done. I am almost done. We're coming up on Santa Monica Boulevard, and my gym is just a few minutes down the street, right where the street ends and the ocean starts. We are just over 20 miles. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't believe I did 20 miles today. We were only supposed to do 14. I was supposed to be done 6 freaking miles ago. But we're almost there. You know what they say, I didn't come this far just to come this far. So we're gonna finish it out. I don't even have music on. I had to just lock in. Here, so many hours and miles later, I'm here at the beach as I said I was gonna do. Whew, and what a journey. I'm feeling the 20 miles for sure. And at the moment I have a very big gaping wound on my back. I think my vest was tight enough, so now I've already stopped at the gym, I've used the restroom. I think now the plan is probably to get some coffee and get some snacks at the Trader Joe's and hopefully start to head home. I came all the way from Boyle Heights to the beach again. I am off the metro, back from Santa Monica, back on the east side of my neighborhood, where I prefer to be, although that was a nice visit. Ooh. Yikes. Ooh. Got my bag of Trader Joe's snacks. Oh my god, my legs are dead. This last hill, even though I'm walking, feels a little brutal, but we are almost home. Gonna shower, gonna eat a bacon, egg, and cheese. Call it a day. It's not even noon and I'm ready to call it a day.